nice. Living in a rural area can be very nice, but I think it was important for me to live in the town, to have access to my friends, to be close to friends, to be close to the school, be close to social activities. And I'm glad that I grew up in a small town, but I'm glad that I grew up in the town and not en las afueras, in the outskirts or on the outskirts, las afueras del pueblo. Okay, so here we go with our sentence, though. I don't like going into town from Monday to Friday. Es que no me gusta. I don't like going into town from Monday to Friday. Okay, so now we have the weekdays during the week, or weekdays, but we could also say on the weekend. So there are 7 days in a week, but there are 5 weekdays. A little bit tricky. Okay, I don't know if we're live. Are we live on YouTube, Juanjo? We are? Because I can't find it. No lo veo. I can't find it. So I apologize. Oh, here we are. Here we are, everybody. We're live. Class 112. 112. Class number 112. And we have people writing in. Valentino says, hi, Kyle. You're live now. Oh, I am. Thank you very much. Belen says, problem solved. Good evening, Juanjo and Kyle. Yes. And Fernando says, hello, Kyle. It's Fernando from Colombia. Belen says, from Monday to Friday or on weekdays. Exactly. So our chat is live. It is live, everybody, and you can participate and ask any questions you may have. But let's push forward with today's intermediate content.
Nivel intermedio.
Nivel intermedio. Intermediate, everybody. Intermediate. I just came to make sure you're okay. Para asegurar. To make sure. Look, if you're going to drive, make sure you wear your seatbelt. Make sure you put on your seatbelt. Make sure you wear your seatbelt. Make sure. Asegúrate. Make sure. Be sure. Make sure. But here, I just came here. Solamente venía aquí. I just came here to make sure you're okay. Para asegurar de que estás bien, right? I just came here to make sure you're okay. That's our sentence. I just came here to make sure you're okay. I just, like simplemente, I just. We don't say just. Be careful with that, right? I hear a lot of people say just. Like, so we have the J, like Jello. No estoy diciendo amarillo. I'm saying Jello, que es como una gelatina. Jello. Jello. Jet. Right? Through the air. A jet. Now, yet. I haven't seen the jet yet. No he visto el avión todavía. I haven't seen the jet. Well, not just a plane, but a jet. I haven't seen the jet yet. I've never eaten yellow Jello. Gelatina amarillo. I've never eaten yellow Jello. I haven't seen the jet yet. Right? So yeah, the Y is like the I, the I latina. Yes. Yahoo. Yo-yo. Yes. Yippee. Like this. But then the J is pronounced almost like a CH with the vocal cords activated. So we're vibrating the vocal cords. George. Jerry. Like also the G, like George Bush. George Bush Jr. liked his job. Jack was jealous of Yolanda. Jack was jealous of Yolanda. Think about that. And you can practice that pronunciation, the difference between the Y and the J and also the G. The pronunciation. Okay. I just came to make sure you're okay. Okay. Chema. Hey, it's our friend Chema. He says, hi, everybody. Belen, Juanito, Maravillas. O Esteban Maravillas. Okay, he's saying hi. Valentino says, fasten your seatbelts. Yes. Belen says, I just called to say I love you. Famous song from a long time ago. Juanito Maravillas sang that song. Okay. Yes, you're right, Gemma. Esteban Maravillas. I was wrong with her name. John is Juan. Yes, it is. Juan is, yeah, that's right. John. Okay. Pero Juanito, Johnny Maravillas? Johnny Wonders? What's his name in English, Belen? I'm not sure who you're talking about. Okay. Valentino has a good question, though. Valentino says, as you said in the previous show, and back in the Drive Time show, in university, not at university. Is there any difference? Yes. Both are acceptable, but I was in university for 4 years. Actually, no, I was in university for 5 years. Stevie Wonder. So Esteban. Yeah, Esteban Maravilla. Sure, Stevie Wonder. I like that. Anyway, I was at university for 5 years. But when I was there were certain days when I was in university. So I was in university like you're enrolled. You're a member of the university. But at there, it means you're physically at there at that time. That's not a good example, though. The best example of the in and at is the example I got from my boss, Richard, of the dog at the pharmacy. El perro. En la farmacia, right? There's a dog. And where's the dog? The dog is in the pharmacy. So customers are coming and going from the pharmacy. Entran y van de la farmacia. They come and go from the pharmacy. And there are pharmacists that work there, and they are working. They're at work. Where are they? They're at the pharmacy. They're working. And I need to go there to buy some medication. I go to the pharmacy, and when I go to the pharmacy, someone calls and says, Kyle, where are you? I say, I'm at the pharmacy. I'm buying some medication. I'm at the pharmacy. So I'm there to do something. I am at that location. I'm at the radio station now. I'm at the office. Perfect. Now, am I in the office? Yes, because I'm physically inside. But sometimes, now I don't smoke, but before the show, sometimes some of the technicians especially smoke cigarettes. Now they're still at work. They're still at the office. They're at the radio studio. They're at the office. But they're not in the office when they're outside smoking. Están fuera, but they're at the office, but they're not in. So in is sort of emphasizing that you're physically inside the building. You're in the office. Okay, so you have a difference between in and at. But getting back to the example of the pharmacy, la farmacia. So the person that's working there is at the pharmacy. They're at work. Where are you? I'm at work. I'm at the pharmacy. But there's a dog there too. And the dog is just sitting there laying on the floor. The dog came inside. So you're emphasizing that the dog is inside. So in that case, you're going to say, oh, there's a dog in the pharmacy. Or you could say as well, there's a mosquito in the room. Right? There's a fly. There's a fly in here. Bzzz. Where's the fly? It's in. So we're emphasizing that it has entered, so it's in. We wouldn't say, the fly is at the office. No. If we were at the office, and it would be, there to do some work. The receptionist is at the office, but the fly is in the office. The pharmacist is at work. The pharmacist is at the pharmacy, working. But the dog is in the pharmacy, sleeping on the floor. Now, of course, I could also say that the pharmacist is in the pharmacy also because they are physically in. That's true. But when we use at with the location, it's normally to be somewhere to work. Joaquin says, I think at university or in or at university when you're doing a degree, and the university when you're physically inside the university. At the university when you're physically, I'm at the university now. All right, I'm at the radio. Am I in? Yes. You're enrolled. That's right. You're when you're enrolled in university, I'm in university right now. I'm enrolled. I'm paying the money, and it will be several years, but I'm enrolled. I'm in the university. You're in the system. But you're at the university means you're physically there. So hopefully that makes sense. Belen says, do you have a dog in Canada or your parents? No, I've never had a dog. Valentino, were you physically in university, but you were studying? Yeah, okay. Okay, so there we go. In and at, that's a good question. Our intermediate content, though, I just came to make sure you're okay. Para asegurar. Right? To make sure. To ensure. Or to make sure. Okay, let's push ahead, everybody, with today's advanced content.
Nivel avanzado.
She put in a lot of effort and eventually got a promotion. She put in a lot of effort. To put in, like to invertir, like to put money into the bank. To put in money, to deposit money. To put water in the glass. I put water in the glass before the show. I deposited the water into the glass. She put in a lot of effort. To make an effort, sure. She made a lot of effort. She made a great effort. She put in a lot of effort. And eventually, right, finally, eventually, got a promotion. Good for her, right? She put in a lot of effort and eventually got a promotion. I'm not sure how long ago it was. No sé cuándo fue. I don't know when it was. I don't know how long ago it was. So, for example, I have a friend of mine who got into a car accident a while ago, but I'm not sure how long ago it was. I'm not sure when it was. I'm not sure how long ago it was. Belen says to put in a lot of effort or to make a big effort. That's right. If we say put in, talking about effort, we have to use a lot of. Well, put in, you don't have to use a lot of. You can say, I put in an effort, or I put in a little effort. I put in a little effort, but I didn't put in enough of an effort. I didn't put in a big enough effort. I didn't put in a serious effort. So to put in an effort. She put in a lot of effort and eventually got a promotion. I'm not sure how long ago it was. No sé. I don't know how long ago it was. I'm not sure. Okay. All right. So there you go. I want to do a little exercise, a little grammar exercise. Since we're here working on our English, let's practice a little bit of grammar. Okay? Let's practice the interrogative with the word whose. Whose, de quién. So whose. I could say, for example, we're going to do the mastering the interrogative, okay? So this is the one where I'm going to give you an answer and you ask me the question, okay? I say, it's Brad's. Whose is it? Okay, this is Vanessa's. Whose is this? Whose is this? Those are yours. Whose are those? These notebooks are mine. Whose notebooks are these? It was Rachel's idea. Whose idea was it? ¿De quién fue la idea? Whose idea was it? Those were my grandmother's photos. Whose photos were those? So notice when I use whose, we always have the object immediately following whose. Whose photos are those? Whose book is this? Whose book is this? It's very good. Inglés gramática fácil. Ejercicios. Whose book is it? Oh, it's my book now. It was written by my friend Claudia, who came to the show a few weeks ago, but it's my book now. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. With whose. ¿De quién es eso? ¿De quién es eso? Whose is that? ¿De quién son estos? Whose are these? ¿Quién es? Oye, ¿quién es? Who is it? So that's not whose, that's who. ¿Quién? ¿Quién es? So someone comes to the door, knock, knock, knock. Who is it? And then you say, it's Kyle. We don't say, I am Kyle. That's what I hear Spanish people make that mistake. I'm John. Or they pick up the phone, I'm John. I'd like to speak to Mary. No, it's John. And I'd like to speak to Mary. Okay. Okay, so anyway, yeah, these are some examples from a very good book, Inglés Gramática Fácil. The exercise book from one of our most popular books. We had this grammar guide, and my friend Claudia recently wrote this exercise book as a companion to it, and I strongly recommend this book. But anyway, that was our final sentence. She put a lot of effort in and eventually got a promotion. Eventually. So it's like if you study English every day, eventually you'll learn. You might not notice a big improvement in 1 week or 2 weeks or even 3 weeks, but eventually you'll learn. Eventually you'll know you'll make progress. Eventually you'll notice your improvement. Eventually, right? Over the long term, we can say, or someday, right? Well, actually, we have the expression in the long run, like a la larga. In the long run, if you eat healthy every day, in the long run, you'll feel better. If you eat healthy food, in the long run, you'll feel better. Whereas eventually is like saying tarde o temprano. It's like if you buy enough lottery. Some people believe that if you say eventually, like if you buy enough lottery tickets, eventually you'll win. It doesn't mean in the long run, because maybe you buy a lottery ticket today and you win, and it only takes 1 day. But maybe someone else buys lottery tickets every day for 50 years, and finally after 50 years, they win. Right? So you have a difference there between eventually and in the long run. In the long run means it will necessarily take a long time, but over a longer period, there will be some benefit, or will there be some inevitable outcome. But eventually, it just means at some point. It could be a long time from now, or it could be right away. Right? No one is calling me right now, but eventually someone will call me. Eventually, this phone will ring again. Someone will call. I don't know who, but eventually. Okay. And I don't know when, but eventually will happen. Okay, Chema says eventually is finally. Now, but finally means it's like por fin. Oh, finally. I've been waiting. Man, so you're almost expressing, usually you're expressing discomfort or anger that something took so long when you say finally. Oh, finally he came. He finally showed up. Eventually, we had a big thunderstorm. So imagine it was humid for many days, but eventually we had a big thunderstorm and it cleared the air. Okay. Belen says, I started to study the verb circus this afternoon. When I finish it, I'll buy that book. Oh, this one, yeah. I recommend the verb circus book. Take your time with it, Belen. Spend at least a month with that book. It's not a question of reading it from cover to cover. It's a question of machacándolo, right? Drilling it in, poco a poco, every day. With the verb circus book, I recommend you take 2 pages, the left page and the right page. Day 1, you study only 2 pages with the book. Day 2, without the book, only with the audios. The audio files are downloadable. Se descarga el audio for free with a code that is written in the book. And I encourage you to practice with that. It's called the verb circus, los verbos esenciales del inglés. Okay. Valentino says, perfect. interdental TH sound. We can clearly see your tongue as you stick it out. Nevertheless, native speakers usually use linguistic assimilation. Okay, yeah. The TH. Yes, if you're pronouncing the TH properly, you should be able to see your tongue in the mirror. This, that, these, those, other. Belen says, well, eventually means in the end. Well, not really, because I wouldn't say in the end I will win the lottery. Well, maybe I'm going to keep playing more lotteries. It doesn't mean it's going to be an end, but eventually, it's like saying tarde o temprano, sooner or later, eventually, at some point. Okay? We're out of time, everybody. I wish I could keep talking, but we are out of time. I'm going to have to finish there, but I want to thank you for listening. And for many of you who watched the show as well today on YouTube. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can join us on YouTube, Inglés Online TVE, Inglés Online TVE. Aquí estamos. You can tune in. You can join the fun, everybody, online. But I want to thank you for listening, and we'll be back tomorrow with another class. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.